Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgie, and this is Twilight Force. So we are deep in power metal land here. We're talking elves and dragons and all of that stuff. So this is a song called Battle of Arcane Might, and it's from this album, Heroes of Mighty Magic. See? Now this album came out in like 2016, I think. But what they've done is, according to the blurb here, this is a re-recorded, re-orchestrated and remixed version of Battle of Arcane Might, taken from this album. So the version you're hearing now is the polished up version of whatever's on here. Okay. Now then, I know that some people just don't like power metal. And I have problems with power metal because it is it's a genre with such strong tropes that quite a lot of it can sound exactly the same. But one thing about power metal is you really got to be able to play, and you need to be able to play fast. And you also not got to take yourself super seriously, while at the same time putting vast amounts of effort into what it is you produce. It's a strange genre, and I don't know why anyone would put themselves through it to become a power metal musician. I assume it's a calling, and you just can't help yourself. So, Twilight Force. Now, I'm not a massive power metal fan, but if you get a chance to see Twilight Force live, go and see them. Because I went to see them, I think it was last year. It was recently. It was either the beginning of this year or last year. I went to see them in Manchester, and it was fantastic. It was such a brilliant, entertaining gig that you could just, the crowd was all into it, and you could just go along with it and have a really good time and watch people who are really good at what they do doing what they do, you know? So even if you don't really like this, if you get the chance to go and see them live, go and see them. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, here's Twilight Force with the Battle of Arcane Might, the reorchestrated, remixed, re-recorded version. But if you want the original, it's on their album. Did I cover that? I think I covered that. Okay then, let's go. We're way deep power metal land. See?
Flames in the sky, raging fury.
when you've read too much David Eddings and played too much D&D. In case you're wondering, when they play live, they look just like that. Like, really, including the guy with the mask. I've never ever seen his face. Some of you are going to hate it. I know you are. And I sort of get it, but you don't like it. But in reasonable amounts, I find this stuff super entertaining. And I cannot emphasize enough that if you get the chance to see them live, go and see them, because it was such a fun gig, basically. And that guy's voice is amazing, right? Honestly. I don't know what to say about it, really, other than I would like to compare it to the original, but I do not know what the original sounds like. What I can say is that this version sounds great. It's nice and bright, which is kind of what this song requires. So basically, I said this on Opeth, the last video I did. The production matches the song, which is, you'd be surprised how many times people get that sort of thing wrong. But the production matches the song, so it's nice and bright and clean, and it's kind of helps, because it helps, what's the word? The atmosphere of it, of course, because this sort of stuff is uplifting and like happy sort of metal, isn't it? Whereas obviously other kind of metal is not. And the production needs to match that, because I've seen songs that they screw up, and where a song that should be quite sort of heavy and dark gets cleaned up to the point where it sort of sounds like this, and it doesn't work. Anyway, production's great on this new version. I don't know why they've re-recorded, reorchestrated, and remastered a song from their 2016 album, but there's probably written on the internet somewhere why they did it. Maybe they're gearing up to do something else, and this is like, let's put something out while we work on the new thing. I don't know. Anyway, Twilight Force, a force to be reckoned with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't stop myself. Twilight Force. Charles Murphy's going to come up with a pun in my comments, I bet you. Twilight Force, Battle of Arcane Might. From the album Heroes of Mighty Magic, he says, looking down. But this is quite old, good 8 years old, and the version on there does not sound like this. So, yes, I've said that enough times. Let me know what you think, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.